Hello and welcome to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, the Jeddah Grand Prix. Today we are here at the short qualifying session and we are going to see how our racers can do on this track. Can they get a really good position for the race, or will they fall flat and go P20? Who knows, we'll just have to wait and see. But here comes, who's going to be out first, shall we see? No one is out yet from what I can see. No, actually, Jamie is out first. Here we go, Jamie on his out lap. So starting quite good. Got quite a bit of traffic in front of him actually, but can he get ahead? Who knows? We also have Harry out on his out lap currently. So we'll see how that goes. All we need to get is time lapse in. We have Ritvic now going out on his out lap. We have lots of VAIs as well. We have also joining them is Charlie on his out lap. So you got two Red Bulls out together, which is quite good. Hopefully either working together or, you know, who knows. We also have anybody else. Is the Williams out yet? For Williams aren't out yet, which is a bit weird. But maybe they're waiting for everyone to set time, see how it goes. But who knows? As you can see, both of them are still in there. I believe Preston may be coming out now, from what I can see of the workers, of the engineers. Yes, here comes Preston now. Preston is out. Here we go with Preston, and question is, will Thingy come out as well? Will Callum finally come out? Doesn't look like it right now, but I can't see that far into his garage, unfortunately. No one has set time yet, but here we go with, actually Jamie is on his fast lap now, so is Charlie. I don't believe Harry is also on his fast lap, so it's just a question on who has most skill. Callum is still in the pits. Preston is on his out lap. Here goes Jamie now. Round the corners, round the chicanes. And he goes up to the top of the track to go round the corner. And he's halfway through the track now. Going racing back straight down, full speed ahead. Trying to get the best time he can. He should be the first person to set time out of our 6 racers here today. We do have 15 minutes left of qualifying. Here we go, Jamie. What time is he going to get, I wonder? Does look to be a good run so far. However, no one else has set time yet. But is the McLaren catching him? Is the McLaren trying to overtake him? Perhaps. This isn't looking good for Jamie, because if the McLaren overtakes him, yes, it does look, and Jamie has had to go on the outside so McLaren can get ahead. Giovinazzi, Sonoda gets the fastest time. Sanz finishes P3, Alonso gets P2, Jamie gets P6, but only because he had to slow down. And now all the racers, and Jamie has just been destroyed. Oh my god. Charlie has just been set a time, but Jamie, the AI's just stopped, and that was, Jesus, that was very unlucky by Jamie there. The AIs stopped because they got the fastest time, and he crashed into them because he wanted to keep going. Well, that's very unlucky for Jamie. He's on P9. That's going to be his time. But here we go with Ritvic on P1 here, on pole position, with 1 minute and 30 seconds. Can anyone beat him, perhaps? I believe Harry is looking like he's on a good lap here, but he's only on mid. Preston comes in with the fastest lap. Is he on softs here? Harry has left the session. Interesting. He's still going, perhaps, but I don't know what's happened there. We'll get some more information very soon. But here goes Preston with a 1 minute and 29 seconds. Can anyone beat his time? Can anyone do it? Who knows? Who knows indeed. Looks like the 2 Red Bulls are pitting. That's very interesting indeed. Callum still in the pit, so what is going on with Callum? I have no idea. Is he waiting for his time, waiting for the traffic to go in perhaps? Are Williams setting, is Preston setting a time and then Callum's going to go out one at a time perhaps? Strategy does work if you know how to play it well. Right now, our top 3, I believe about 10 minutes, 12 minutes left to qualify, our top 3 is Preston, Ritvic, and of course, Charlie. Most of them have pitted now. Jamie, of course, got DNF, but Preston is still out. I believe, any of them, yeah, there goes Harry into the pit. I don't know what happened to Harry. We're still trying to find some information out. But Callum, however, is still inside, which is very odd. But who knows? He's now letting, Preston is now letting the faster car pass, which is very respectable. I believe Preston is now going to go into pits, which might see Callum come out. In fact, who knows? Who knows indeed? Is there anybody out? Leclerc's just come out for his out lap now. Yep, there goes Preston into the pit lane, which is very good. He's still on pole position. Here comes Ritvic and Charlie on their out laps. Very interesting, very interesting. Here goes Ritvic and Charlie on their out laps. Callum still pitted. Here comes Ritvic. Overtaking Alonso, I believe that is, or Ocon, I'm not sure. Still trying to beat Preston's time. Very interesting. Callum is still in the pit. I'm going to find out what's happened to Callum now. There we go. Just finding out some information now on what's happening to Callum. Here we go, Ritvic still trying to beat Preston's time. Can he do it with 9 minutes left of the session? I'm still not sure what's happened to Callum. Oh, Callum is on his outlap now, finally. Clearly, it was the strategy of letting Preston go up first, letting the traffic die down, and then let Callum absolutely rip some amazing time up. Who knows what's going to happen here? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Has anyone been able to beat Preston? Not that I can see, unfortunately. What's going on here? Nothing as of yet. No information, unfortunately. Jamie now down to P15. Apparently, Harry got kicked out. But he does have P4, so I mean, he's not doing too bad. Let's hope he can stay in for the race. Here goes Ritvic now, still trying to beat Preston. Preston on his outlap. But if we look at the other side of the leaderboard, Callum now roaring through the streets. Trying to beat Preston's time, or at least get P2. So we see a P1, P2 for Williams. I believe he's just caught up to Preston as well. Here we go with Callum. Can he set a good time? Who is that in front of him? I can't tell if that's... No, that's not Preston. I don't know who that is. That is an AlphaTauri. That could be Pierre Gasly there. Because I don't see... No, Yuki Tsunoda got DNF, so yes, it will be Gasly. Callum's now overtook Gasly. He's trying to keep the speed, however, oh, there goes Gasly into the pits, and Callum roars through and gets P3. Very unlucky not to beat Ritvic's time, but Ritvic stays P2, with Preston staying P1, quite good by Williams there. What can we see though? Callum overtake Ritvic here. Is only 0.3 seconds into it. So it could very easily be beaten. Who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? It's very unlucky though by Jamie, who's now P18, to get smashed in by the AIs. That was, yeah, that was very. Oh, what's happened to Callum here? Was that Preston he's let past? I believe it was. Preston has just been let past by Callum there. Great strategy by both of them working together to make sure Preston holds his position. That is quite good though. What Callum needs to do now is focus on getting above Ritvik. I doubt he will this lap, but he could next lap. He does look to be on low fuel mode though, I will say. He's going quite slow. I think he's used a lot of his fuel so far, so he may be looking to pit. That's a yellow flag there by Callum, so yes, I believe he is in low fuel mode. So very interesting. Fastest lap there by Preston thanks to Callum letting him overtake. I believe we only have a few minutes left of qualifying here at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. The Jeddah Grand Prix, of course. And I believe your top three will be Preston, Ritvik, and Callum. So Ritvik from Mercedes, of course, getting sandwiched by the two Williams drivers. Callum coming into the pits here. Ritvik in pits. Preston's still out looking to hold his lead. Everyone else is in the pits, I believe. Don't think they're coming out again. How long have we got left? We got about 4 minutes left here at qualifying. Very interesting indeed. Preston now is into low fuel mode, so we'll be looking to pit as well. Oh, what's this? Harry has been able to come back in and is now on his outlap as well as Charlie and Ritvik. So very interesting here. Very interesting indeed. Can Harry beat Preston? Will the shock of the century happen with Preston being beaten by Harry? You know, the guy who couldn't take control for ages, now being able to win. With Charlie, of course, behind him. Maybe looking for some boost, shall we say. Some slipstream, that's the word. Don't know why I can find a word. But, yes, here we are. Callum, of course, still with the pits. Ritvik on his outlap now. Jamie still unlucky in PP18. That was. We will have to look into that. Maybe fetch out a few grid penalties. Who knows? I'll have to look back and see who it was that stopped. I believe it was like Sonoda and I'm not sure actually. It might have been Schumacher as well. I might award some grid penalties because they did stop. I will find out if I can now. Give me 1 second. Yes, I just had a report that Callum not coming out first was very tactical, so I was right. A little bit of a corner cut by Ritvik there, but he's using it to his advantage, perhaps. Can anyone beat? I mean, Ritvik is catching up to the Red Bulls. Maybe looking to get past. Will Charlie let him past her? That is the question here. Here we go. Ritvik looking to beat Preston with 1 minute left of qualifying. Harry is also on a timed lap currently. How is Harry doing? I believe he's doing alright. Charlie straight into the wall there. Unlucky. Some damage there. Very unlucky indeed. Going into the pits now. That was a fine speed there. Not too awful. Not too awful at all. No penalty needed, I don't think. Into the slight wall there for Harry. Very unlucky indeed. Ritvik still looking to get ahead. Very wide there by Ritvik. Now onto the final straight. I believe. No, not the final straight. I got confused there. Sorry. I believe. He's going very wide there as well. Can he beat Preston's time here? Who knows? I believe he is now coming up to the final straight. And this will be the last lap they have to really push it. I mean, yes, Ritvik here coming up to the first main corner. going round it quickly at quite fast pace. In fact, he's now going through the chicane, trying to weave round, make sure to keep his speed so he can get ahead. Harry, fourth now, overtaking Charlie, which is quite good by Harry. He is on his final lap, so we could get a position. Charlie, Callum, and Preston have all finished their qualifying. It all comes down to Harry and Ritvic now to get a good time out of this. Who knows, though? There we go, and Harry goes into the pits with a 1:31. That was quite good by Harry, to be fair, with a P4 finish. And I believe Ritvic is still going. Ritvic is going. Is it going into pits? That was a bit wavy there, I must say. But I will accept that. I will accept that. That was not too bad of a pit stop. That does not need to be given a penalty. I do not believe. But yes, here we at Jeddah, we have finished qualifying. I hope you did enjoy the qualifying, and we will be right back with you for the race very soon. I'm about to reveal to you, though, with the top 3 of this qualifying. Our top 3 for the Jeddah race will be Preston, Callum, Ritvic, followed. Hello and welcome to today's race. Here we are in Saudi Arabia for the Jeddah Grand Prix. Hope you're all having a good day today. And we are expecting a very competitive race today, because as we know, this track has 3 DRS zones, so lots of overtaking there on the straights through chicanes. And of course on the two corners as well. I mean, going to be very interesting indeed. As we know, the lap length is approximately 6.174 kilometers. That's 3.836 miles. That means it is the longest street track in use by F1, around 100 meters longer than the Baku City Circuit, and the second longest circuit on the current F1 calendar. So going to be very interesting today to see what happens. And lights out, and we are away here at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, and I believe Preston is holding on to P1 into the first corner, and here we go into the first chicane with Ritvic managed to get P2, but Callum is attacking him. Callum is looking for that position back. Charlie has got P4. I do not know what's happened to Harry. Harry is P20. What happened to Harry? I do not know what's happened to Harry, but Jamie has now got up to P12. We have Preston, the flying start here, gaining P1, getting that time up on Ritvic. Very good by Preston here so far. Ritvic is trying to catch him, but Callum is also catching Ritvic currently. Can Ritvic hold that P2 position? Who knows? I do not know what's happened to Harry here. Shall we flick over and see what has happened to Harry then? He didn't receive damage. Did he have a bad start or something? I am not sure at all. I don't know what's happened here. But who knows? We're about to find out. It is going strong here so far at the Jeddah Grand Prix. We have a virtual safety car. Must have been something to do with Harry or something. I don't know. Jamie now down to P13 though. Preston still P1, Ritvic P2, Callum P3, and Charlie P4. So yeah, we have one right at the bottom, but we know what Harry can do. We know what he DNF last race, of course, but he needs to get those positions back. Jamie dropping down positions here. Jamie is pitted. And so is Sonoda. Very confusing tactic here by Jamie and Sonoda. However, it seems that Jamie got wing damage. Now, I do not know why, but something happened. Drive-through penalties, speeding on. Oh, that is not good. There seems to be two penalties for Preston and one for Charlie here. Interesting. That seems to be a drive-through penalty. Let's see what details we can get on that. Drive-through. Well, obviously, drive-through penalty is drive-through penalty. They'll have to drive through the pit stop. Preston has not yet. I believe Charlie has. They're each on softs. Jamie on new softs. Very confusing, but I believe his I believe what happened was he crashed and his wing got damaged or something. I'm not sure exactly. So we'll have to find out here. But here comes Jamie up the chicane. We're going to go back to Preston here with a 0.7 gap between him and Ritvik. And, of course, Callum very much behind. Ritvik trying to catch up with DRS. Can Ritvik get hold of DRS? 0.9 second gap. Will Preston going in for his drive-through penalty here? Very unlucky by Preston, I must say. There goes Preston at very good speed into it. Ritvik now receives P1, Callum P2, Preston still holding P3, but that might change. Preston is now going down the leaderboard to P5. It looks like it's going to get even lower as a bunch of cars come. Can Preston get out in P5 before? And he does successfully get out into P5. He can now hunt Norris. So impossible. However, Harry now has a 5-second penalty with a severe collision with Ricardo here. I do not know what's happened. I will have to look into that later. I'll talk to Harry, see if, potentially it was his fault or whether it's Ricardo's. I'm not sure. But it seems to be, is that a drive? That's a 5-second penalty. What was I saying? That's a 5-second penalty for Harry. That's going to affect him badly. Jamie, however, needs to catch up. Jamie in P16 started P18, so he's got 2 positions so far, but that's still not good enough. However, over here we have a penalty for Charlie, and it seems to be another drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. He needs to slow down under the safety car, which isn't good because now his positions will be lost. And he will be at a mega disadvantage. I believe he has about 2 or 3 laps to do that drive-through penalty. Otherwise, he will be disqualified. But I'm not completely sure about that. But here goes Callum now. I did not see it, unfortunately, but Callum now has P1, overtaken Ritvik, but Ritvik is on the attack, gaining the time on Callum here, trying to hunt him. And will Ritvik get that overtake? I mean, he's dropping back in seconds. 0.9. Will we lose the DRS range, or will Ritvik hang on? It looks like Ritvik is hanging on, surprisingly. And it appears Charlie has DNF'd for some reason. I'm not sure why. Safety car as well. So it must have been damaged. That was very unlucky by Charlie there. Safety car here because of whatever accident happened. So that is going to affect Callum very badly. As Ritvik will now be able to catch up. Will Ritvik be able to overtake him, or will Callum get away? Who knows? But it'll be very interesting to see. Now, Preston in P5, Harry in P15, and Jamie in P16. Could we see potentially Jamie catch up to Harry eventually? Why don't we go over to them now and see what we're looking at? So you have Harry there, you have Jamie going round the corner now, trying to catch up to Harry, but he seems to be losing a bit of time on him, although he's gaining that time now actually, and Vettel is very much behind Jamie here. Harry also has that 5-second penalty, so if Jamie can get between 5 seconds, he will, of course, get that win, get that position at the end of the race. But it is only lap 4 out of 25. That is a fact. So that's another, what, 19 laps to, no, not even that, 21 laps to go. But of course it is a safety car, so Jamie doesn't have to do much fighting. Jamie simply has to catch up to Harry, and then by the time the safety car goes in, absolutely, beat him. But can he do it? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting here. I was very unlucky by Charlie to DNF for a second time here, which, second time in 2 races. That is very unlucky indeed. We'll have to, I'll probably talk to Charlie later to see what's going on, see, why he keeps DNFing. But here we go with Jamie. Now, Ritvik has dropped back to P15. I do not, whether he's pitted or not, I'm not sure. But that is very interesting indeed. Will there be a battle? It appears, actually, that Ritvik is right on Harry's tail. Will we see an overtake here by Ritvik on Harry? This is probably the first battle we've seen between our drivers. Does Ritvik get that overtake? Or will, Harry defend it very well? Who knows? It appears that there's a 1 second, 0.9. It appears to be jumping up and down. Around corners, potentially Harry is quicker, but Ritvik is closing that gap. And because, of course, it's a safety car, I've just remembered, he cannot overtake. And, of course, that means Jamie's also going to be catching up. So will Jamie and Ritvik potentially work together to overtake Harry? Or will Jamie just try and overtake all of them? Both of them, shall I say, who knows. But here we are with Callum still P1, Preston still P4. No one really a threat right now to Callum. Callum's still leading the pack. Can he get away? Who knows? We're about to see, aren't we? But hopefully his safety car will go in soon, so we do want to see some real racing. And it appears that Ritvik, 5-second penalty, severe collision with Jamie, and it also appears that Harry has a 5-second penalty. Well, he already has it, but Jamie also has one. So was there a collision between both of them? I know, I will look into it later. Potentially, was there a grid penalty worthy collision there? But there has been a 5-second penalty awarded, so probably not. But I'm not sure. I'm going to look at how severe it was, see if the right penalty was handed out, but under safety car, I'm not sure. But it appears that Jamie, because of the severe collision with Ritvik, has lost his wing. Now, will he pit? That is the question. Under safety car, has he got enough time? I don't know. That is the potential question. Will the safety car go in this lap? Who knows? But now, really, back to Red Bull. All hopes rely on Harry here to actually dominate this race, to even have a chance in the constructors' standings. And it appears, Jamie nearly goes into Ritvik there. It appears they're actually racing when they shouldn't be. They should be sticking to a slow speed, But I don't know what's going on here with Ritvik. He's trying to hunt Harry. He's almost like getting ready to overtake him. I believe we're coming up to the pit stop here. So will Jamie pit? Who knows? But that'll be a loss of mega time. So what he's probably open for is a safety car to stay out for a few laps. And it's not. It's going in this lap, unfortunately, for Jamie. So he will have to pit. Probably have to serve a 5-second penalty in the pits. And then plus a wing change. You're looking about 25 seconds behind. Not a great start for Jamie. But Roney, he's got about 24 laps left. He has time to get that back. Callum slowly going around the corner. Potentially trying to, cause crashes or something. I'm not sure, but very, very good tactically by Callum there, trying to catch up to safety car. As we can see, Jamie going into the pits now, trying to not go too fast, approaching it at normal speed. That is fine. He went in at a normal speed. He's now 18th, and as we can probably see here, serving the 5-second penalty. Yes, that's good. You're getting rid of the penalty, but it's also adding about 25-30 seconds. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry about that. Potentially now, you know, it's happening, and I have been removed from party here, but that is fine. I don't think I'm in game chat, so they can't hear me. Here we go with Jamie. 30 seconds between him and Ritvic. Can he gain that time back? I mean, Ritvic even being in 17th, this is not good for Mercedes. They managed to rack up some points in the constructors, but with Harry ahead, if he can even gain some points, then Red Bull would be catching up to Mercedes on the constructors. But with the way the Williams are going right now, P1, P2, it could look like a Williams dominated race once again, which would blast them off in the constructors, and really give them a big... However, Preston just got the overtake. Are the Williams team fighting, or is Callum giving Preston a win? Are they working together? No, Callum is going into the pit. Preston keeps P1. That is a very good tactical decision to give Preston the P1 before they went into the pits, so they wouldn't lose it. Now there's a 2-second gap between Preston and Lando, so really, you know, who knows? Callum is now P16 mode. Ritvic is 18 seconds behind. Ritvic has now pitted as well. I do not know why. Is there damage to the wing? We're about to find out. It appears so. There's another penalty as well. Unfortunately, this isn't looking good for Mercedes at all. Callum really needs to rack up some points. However, Harry is now also in P9. If he can stay there, he'll be racking points up, as we know. But if we do look at it quickly, he does have a 5-second penalty, which will take him down a few places. So he really needs to, you know, really try and separate. He's overtaken Leclerc. What happened to Leclerc there? He's dropping back. He's lost his wing. That's what's happened. Harry now owns P8. Hunting Sands. Can he get it, or will he not? Who knows? He's hunting him. The question is, can he get it? Oh, and there seems to be a crash between Giovinazzi and Harry, both losing their wings here. And Giovinazzi has taken out... What has gone on there? That was Giovinazzi's fault. Harry was racing, and I believe Giovinazzi just plummeted straight into him, which means I'll have to look back on that later, make sure I know for certain. And now he's certain that's 5-second penalty, unfortunately. But Giovinazzi, I believe, should have got a penalty there. That should have been Giovinazzi's fault. But was that potentially Harry defending it at the same time? Who knows? Now Callum is up to P6. Preston still owns P1 with a 20-second gap on Norris. Interesting. Will they pit? I don't know. Jamie and Ritvic still P16, P17. Not great. They need to get ahead, obviously, for more points. You know. So it is very unlucky. But can they do it? That's the question. Harry now P14, looking for the overtake on Mick Schumacher. Can he get it? That's the question. Has he got it? Has he got it? He's looking for it. He's looking for it on the corner, I believe. And he can't. He's just not that far, behind him. It's just not that close to him to get that thing. But there's a safety car as well, which I didn't notice for some reason. I believe it's because of a collision between Harry and Giovinazzi. But yes, safety car here. Second safety car here for Jeddah. Very interesting indeed. Of course, Preston still owns P1, but that gap has been massively closed now due to the safety car, which is very unlucky for Preston, I will say. Let's go on board with Preston now. He seems to be very carefully just trying to avoid the safety car, obviously. Hopefully it'll go in very soon, but who knows. And now we're going to go ahead and switch to Ritvik. Harry has once again crashed. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out what happened. Ritvik has overtaken. Jamie now trying to overtake as well. But under safety car rules, of course, Ritvik could not hold that position. Had to give that position back to Harry. And now the pit window is open for Ritvik. Apparently they're going to go on to softs. But with that wise decision, should he go instead on mediums? You know, I mean, he's on mediums right now. It is lap 10. Who knows? And there seems to be another collision between Jamie and Ritvik. 5-second penalty, well, a 10-second penalty for Ritvik here, and a 5-second penalty with Jamie. It appears they can't work together. I mean, their partnership, I mean, I don't know really. It's weird. I mean, it's safety car rules. They're really going at each other. It's been very unlucky for both of them. They need to work together. However, Preston is now behind both of them. He should probably avoid it because otherwise something happened. And something else I didn't notice was Callum is now down to P5. Norris now leads the Jeddah Grand Prix here under the safety car. Can Norris get away, or will Callum build his position back up? The real question is, will Preston be able to get his position back? Because, you know, as we saw last race, he was able to, and it was a P1, P2 finish for Williams. But can they get that again? Or will Preston be stuck behind Jamie and Ritvik for a long, long time? I mean, even with their penalties, even if Preston stays behind, he will get those positions. But it won't be points. Safety car is going in this lap, as you can see. Very interesting. Race is about to begin again as we hit it off. And here we go. Save. The race will continue in about a few seconds. And we're coming up to the pit stop here. The safety car is about to go back in. As soon as Norris crosses the line, the race will begin. And the safety car is in as soon as the line is crossed. And here we go. The race is back underway. Pit window for Norris, as you can see, going on to medium. The one-stop strategy could be wise, could be wise. He is on hard, so who knows. But yes, here we go with Norris. Anyone going to look for the overtake? Not sure, but Callum is up to P4 here at Jeddah. Ritvik, 7 10 second, I believe 5-second penalty. Jamie, will he pit? Who knows? Preston, I believe, is trying to overtake, but Jamie is going very, very wide, defending very well against Preston. Preston is trying to, but Jamie kind of squashes him. I don't know what happened there. That was very weird. Kind of sent him into the wall a bit. That was weird. Has Preston got wing damage from that? I'm not sure. I mean, it can't. I know. I think he's fine, but he has lost the position to Jamie. But I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to look into that later. But anyway, back onto Ritvik here. Back on 17th, he will be hunting Preston, but he has a 25-second gap to build up. Can he do it? I don't know. That's a question we'll have to find out. But here we go with Callum hunting Lando, just overtaking Gasly and Raikkonen. Very interesting. Can he get the overtake on Norris? We're about to find. Here we go. 0.5 gap. He's looking for that DRS moment. He's looking for that extra speed. He's going for the overtake on Norris. Can he get it before the corner? He goes on the inside and he's got it. He's got P1 back. And it's all Williams gains now. Williams are back on top in P1. I tell you, you'll never see anything like this again. But yes. P1 for Callum here. Amazing drive. Pitted, got back up, and it's amazing. Harry, however, not in P13, trying to build up his positions. Can he get the overtake on Schumacher? He's really looking for it. He really is. Can he get it? But Jamie is also there. Jamie, what is Jamie doing? He's looking for the... Oh, is he going close? And Harry has got the overtake, but Jamie also has the overtake on Schumacher. And now Jamie is hunting Harry. Can Jamie get that overtake? I'll tell you, this race is much more different from last race. Last race we didn't really see the competition between the drivers. Now, this race we are, and it's amazing what we are seeing this race. I tell you that. But we are now with the 12th lap out of 25 laps. We have 13 laps left to go here at the Jeddah Grand Prix. With Williams, of course, Callum leading the Grand Prix. Amazing drive, 1.4 seconds, and that's building. But back onto Harry here. It's going to be very interesting indeed. Very interesting. Harry onto Giovinazzi. Can he get the overtake? I wonder. Has he done it? Has he done it? Yes, he has. He's got the overtake. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. Here we go with Harry hunting Ricciardo now. Jamie also looking to get the overtake on Giovinazzi. Can either of them get the overtake on their respective opponents? Here we go with Harry trying to get the overtake. He can't find the position to overtake. He's very close contended with Ricciardo. Very close contended. Oh, what's going to happen here? He goes around the corner. Come on. Jamie still hasn't got an overtake on Giovinazzi, but he's hunting it. Harry also hunting the overtake on Ricciardo. And Harry's got the overtake on Ricciardo, but Ricciardo's fighting back. Ricciardo wants the position back. Can Harry get away? And I believe Harry does get away. And if we go back... back to Jamie here. Jamie is looking for that overtake, but Tsunoda is right on him. Can Tsunoda get the position back on Jamie? It's going to be very interesting here. What's going to happen here with Tsunoda? Tsunoda going round the outside of Jamie. Can't get round the outside, unfortunately. Jamie going into pitch once again. Unlucky. Probably going to serve a 5-second penalty again. Very unlucky by Mercedes there, I tell you, very unlucky. Preston, P15, very unlucky by Preston as well, very unlucky indeed. Trying to overtake Jamie now, because of course Jamie's in the pits, and he does, and he's hunting Tsunoda now, and he's going for it. I believe a plus 16 second gap between him and Tsunoda, which is very unlucky as well. Yes, we're really seeing some action here today, folks. I really hope you are enjoying this race, and I hope you will join us next time for the next race. But here we go. Anyway, back to the present day, and Preston really hunting Tsunoda here. Harry, however, Harry has done more developments into P7. He is hunting Sainz. Can he get the overtake on Carlos here? Really hunting it. Can he do it? Can he do it? He's looking for it. He knows he wants it. He's really going for it. He sees Carlos in his sights, and he knows what he wants. Just depends. Going round the corner, and he can't get it. He's ever so close, so nearly close to wing damage, I believe, from the back of Carlos. But can he do it this time? He goes slightly into the pit lane, and he's got it, I believe. Up to P5 for Harry here. Harry is now hunting Alonso very hard, and I didn't see it first, but Callum is now P13 along with Preston at P14. We have Jamie and Ritvick P16, P17, and Preston sets the fastest lap. Interesting. Preston gets, of course, the overtake on Callum, but I'm sure that was allowed by Callum there, as it was beforehand. But here we go with Harry hunting, and I mean hunting Alonso. Wants him at overtake. Has he got it? That's the question. He goes on the outside, and he gets the overtake on Alonso. He's going for Gasly as well. Can he get 2 in 1? He can't. Unlucky. Alonso looks like he wants that position back. But Harry says no. Harry wants the position on Gasly. Can he get the position on Gasly? He's hunting it. With 10 laps to go, this could be a Red Bull finish. If Williams can't get back up, could we see a Red Bull win here? Potentially, that would shake things up. That really would. But Alonso hunting Harry here. No, Alonso's not giving up. Alonso wants that position back, and he's going for it. But Harry steals the position from Gasly, goes on the inside, and gets the position. He is now P3, and he now sees Kimi Raikkonen and Lando Norris ahead of him, and he's closed it in really far. He goes for the overtake on both of them. Can he get it? And he just misses the overtake on Kimi Raikkonen, but he goes back and he gets a position. And here we go with P1 with Harry, and that's a 3-second time penalty with Ritvick. I'm guessing for corner cutting or something. I'm not sure exactly. We'll have to look at it later. But Harry here, P1, racing now. Red Bull really back. I did not expect this. Last race, of course, we saw him DNF. He wasn't doing too good at the start of this race, but now Harry is storming away in the Red Bull P1. But here we are. I mean, the other teams are really low. We got Williams, both P13 and P14. We got Mercedes, both P16 and 17. With one of them having a 3-second penalty with Ritvick. So really, you know, it's interesting. I mean, Preston gets the overtake on Mazepin. Should we go down to Preston currently, see what's happening? Very interesting indeed. Here we go with Preston trying to get the overtake on Tsunoda. He sees him in his sights. And, I'm getting spammed by Ritvick currently to join the party. I do not know why. He's trying to get the overtake, and he has it on Giovinazzi. Should we join? Should we check in on Mercedes currently and see what's happening? I think we should. Here we go.
We'll express our concerns now, Jamie. What is this BS, Daniel? What is this?
It appears to have some complaints.
Completely cucked. What is this?
There appears to be some complaints. We will have to speak about that later because I can't currently.
We have a response.
I can't currently contact them.
This is bollocks.
I'll have to leave the party and speak to him later. That's not good. I will have to speak to him now. Give me 1 second. I will message him. That was unexpected. Give me 1 second. Just currently messaging him now. I've currently messaged him to see what's going on. I don't know what's happening. That was very interesting indeed. I will hear about it later. But here we are with Harry P1, Raikkonen P2, Norris P3. Norris has just got the overtake on Raikkonen, very interesting indeed. With Preston making up positions, going for the overtake on Vettel, and he does, he's now P8. Very interesting indeed. Where's Callum in all this? Callum is P14, now P13, gets the overtake finally on Mazepin. That is very interesting indeed. And let's go down to Callum here. Callum just got the overtake on Mazepin, of course, hunting Giovinazzi now. Can he get the overtake on Giovinazzi? This will be very interesting to say the least. Can he pull it off or can he not? He is hunting him. And of course, Williams were doing much better last race, but we still have officially, I believe, 7 races. But someone's wing has come off. I'm not sure whose. Appears to be Alonso's. Alonso has DNF'd. 5-second penalty to Ricciardo. Will there be a safety car for this? A safety car has come out, yes. That changes it up once again. That's the 3rd safety car of the race. That is very interesting indeed. Here we go with Preston trying to catch up to Carlos Sainz. Of course, the safety car, and of course Harry, because of the safety car, is under threat. He had an amazing lead with plus 5 seconds, but of course that lead is going to have to come down, and it's going to have at least 2 laps of the safety car as soon as Harry catches up to it. Here we go. The safety car has started to go. Will Norris catch up with 5 seconds? I believe he will. That seconds is going down quite quickly here. Ritvick still has that 3 seconds, I'm actually. Jamie still 14th, Ritvick 17th, Callum 11th, and of course Preston 6th, and Harry 1st for this safety car. Will things change over this safety car? Who knows? But the only problem is, for Ritvick, is he is, if we go this way quickly, 2 minutes behind. He'd also crashed with no wing. I don't know what's going on with Ritvick. He's crashed a lot today, which isn't very good. We'll have to find out what. I will have to find out after this race what's happened. I'll give you guys updates on what's happened. Ritvick has retired from the session. I think he's had enough for today, which is fair enough. Jamie's still racing most. Jamie's still trying to rack up the points in the safety car. We do have 6 laps left of this. Harry leading the safety car currently, but Callum and Preston could be a real threat with this safety car to Harry's P1 here. Will we see the first podium where it's all of our drivers? Who knows that? Who knows? I've got Ritvick currently texting me. Here we go with Harry. Trying, hope. It appears that the game, for. Let me just check this a minute. I don't think I can. Well, we appear that under safety car rules, there was a lapse in judgment by the FIA of in the game, and it appears it actually messed up Mercedes. It appears, yes, that Mercedes have been mucked over, but Matt does not. Matt is not messing up Jamie. Jamie will keep going strong and see what happens. I'm surprised we haven't had more collisions under the safety car, to be fair. We have 5 laps left. Here we go. Safety car is in, and I believe the race is back underway. Green flag here. Harry trying to keep his lead. Can he, though? That's the question. Pressing up to P5 here. Callum also looking to get ahead of Giovinazzi here. Harry is keeping his lead with 4 laps to go here at Jeddah. Very interesting indeed. Here we go. Harry going round the corners. Callum still P11. Now P10. Pressing P4. Looking for, I believe, looking for the overtake on Kim Ragan. But here's Callum. Looking on the overtake on many of them. Trying to get the overtake on Sonoda. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Now looking for the overtake on Ricardo. Callum is back up to points now. Very interesting indeed. Here we go with Callum P9, Preston P4. Williams are trying to get back in this race, trying to secure points. Can they, though? That is the question. Who knows? Who knows? Callum is quite far behind Ricardo here, but the ARs are looking to overtake Callum. Can they? Pressing back up to P3, though. Looking for the overtake on Norris. And can he get it? Can he get it? That is great. Yes, he has. And now, I tell you people, this is where it gets interesting. This will be Preston versus Harry. Red Bull versus Williams. What will happen? I wonder. That's the question. Here we go with Preston trying to catch up to Harry here. Trying his very best to, at least. Let's go here with Preston trying to catch up. Can he do it though? That's the question. With 5 seconds, he is losing time unfortunately. But Callum up to P7, Jamie up to P12. Here we go with Preston trying and slowly gaining time on Harry. We could be seeing, I mean, is there enough time? I don't know, 2 laps to go between Preston and Harry. I don't know if this will happen, but Callum is building up his place. Could we be seeing a P1, P2 of our P1, P2, P3 of our drivers? Could be very interesting. Callum now getting the take on Raikkonen. Here we go, and now it's only Norris standing in his way of P3, and he has 2 laps to do it. 2 laps, people, to get P3. He can pull this off. He can really do this. It is not impossible. With a 2-second gap, he is building down that time very slowly indeed. As I said, 2 laps to go, 2.3 seconds. That time is not going down, it is in fact going up. Very unlucky here by Callum if he can't get P3, if Norris beats him to it. Here we go. Callum trying to catch up to Norris. Can he do it? He sees him in his sights. 2.4 seconds. 2.5. Norris is getting a bit ahead, but corners are the advantage. Corners is where Callum has caught up. Don't let your eyes be fooled, people. It is now 0.3 seconds. I think I was looking at the wrong time. It's now 0.3 seconds. 5-second penalty to Sanz for collision to Vettel. That is very unlucky for Sanz. 3-second penalty for Preston. Must have been something. But Callum here trying to get P3. Can he do it? And yes, he does. He gets P3 here at Jeddah. Now all Callum has to do is build up some. Well, 3 seconds at least, or bigger, because then that means that Preston will keep his place. So as long as, I mean, or even, you know, as much as he can, so Preston does not drop down below Lando. But who knows? Can Callum even catch up? It's just a matter of time, isn't it? With the 2 laps left to go here at Jeddah. Well, 1.5, I'd say. Here we go. He goes round the straight. But Norris is attacking him. Norris is really fighting him. He needs to keep going with all he can. If Callum wants to hold on to this. Here we go with Callum onto his last lap now. We will watch now Harry on his final lap of the race. 7-second gap between Harry and Preston, and then a 4-second gap between Preston and Callum. So in actual fact, Preston will keep his spot no matter what. And yes, and then of course you have Jamie in P6. He has come up from P14 up to P6 now. An amazing from Jamie here at Jeddah. Here we go with Harry going round the bends, trying his hardest to keep that gap between him and Preston. And now the seconds are dropping between Preston and Callum. That is not good. I mean, the 2-second gap between Callum and Norris is fine, because that means that Preston will stay on the podium. But if there's anything less than that, could we be seeing Norris take Preston's place on the podium? Who knows? We just have to hope and, you know, see what happens, you know. Now, Harry really racing down, trying to find that finish line, trying to secure his first ever win here in the F1 season. It's only the 2nd race, but Red Bull has done brilliantly. Here comes the finish line. Here he comes, and he has won here. Harry, for Red Bull, has won the Jeddah Grand Prix, and that changes up the champion standing quite a lot. And the Constructors, it finally gets Red Bull on the board for the Constructors title. What a great drive here by Harry. And then of course Callum, 2nd place. Preston, third place, a full podium of our drivers, people, and everyone has finally finished here at Jeddah. Such a good drive, such a good race. Thank you to everyone for joining us. We're about to watch the podium here now. I hope you have all enjoyed. Driver of the day, of course, goes to Jamie himself, a madman coming from P14, having quite a few scraps, and of course now, you know, up here. So here we go with the podium. Harry comes out. As you can see, the two Williams drivers on his left and right. And that is a full podium of our drivers here, people, today. Thank you all for enjoying. I hope you all enjoyed this Jeddah Grand Prix. And yes, that is your top 3 people. And yeah, I hope we will see you all in the next race. I'm not actually sure what it is. I believe it's like Spain. But yes, thank you all for joining, and I guess we will see you all for the next race. Thank you all for joining, and see you next time. Good night, people.